All right, we are live with the bowl week of Power 10 Sports Talk. We are missing some of our usual faces, but we got another one. This week, you got your host, myself, Andrew Gibb. Joining us this week is our current picks leader, Brady Gibb, the man with all of the stats, Brandon Ravine, and last but not least, our special guest. He has known probably everyone that is attached to this show for 15 plus years. He is a varsity letterman from Dover and decided to take his talents to Alliance for a year at the University of Mount Union. He is now living it up in Virginia Beach. Ladies and gentlemen, Charley Bartz.
How's it going, guys?
Round of applause for you.
Thanks for having me.
What did you ever do?
I wrestled. That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm here.
Wrestled for a year and then went, don't want to do this.
Yeah, dude, cutting weight, man. Not worth it.
Don't cut weight. It's simple as that. Just don't cut weight.
Yeah.
Cody Garbrandt can fight up a weight class and not have to cut.
Yeah.
I want to start off by saying, Gibby, that is a beautiful new flag behind.
This week for the show, we have
You
our
are
beautiful Chanticleer hanging in the background.
That's Chanticleer.
All right.
Yeah, I was the one that got him that.
Yeah. Shout out to Brady for Christmas getting me that.
Also, my mom got my dad.
Anything y'all get? Brandon's got some AirPods hooking up, upgrading the show.
I got some computer parts, very expensive shoes, a baseball bat, and clothes. That's about it.
Yeah, Charlie
got a mic.
Yeah, Charlie got a mic. He was
got
on
a mic amazing, so yeah.
All right. Well, since there's not a whole lot of news this week, we did just find out before the show. Sadly, Utah running back did pass away this week.
Whoa.
Sources are still unknown. Yeah. Utah running back Ty Jordan was named Pac-12 Rookie of the Year. Passed away. No clue what caused it, but just one of those things. Very
Prayers
tragic. Nobody knows. We don't know if it's COVID, if anything else happened, but yeah. That's basically our only news for this week.
More than likely, we won't hear anything about that in the coming days until the family's comfortable to release anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Luckily, we did see the Florida basketball player's full recovery. He's all good now after climbing on the court.
Good.
Another injury update, too, this week. I broke my ankle.
Yeah, and another injury update. Brandon Ravine broke his ankle this week.
Standing on a trailer.
Storyline behind it, Brandon?
So I was cleaning my car, and of course, where we live, we're supposed to get, that 6 inches of snow.
You're supposed to get 10.
I was like, or whatever it was, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to clean my car, and then I'm going to put it away in the garage for a few days. I'm not going to drive it anywhere, so it's just going to be nice and clean and sit there. I'm done. I'm wiping it off. I'm ready to go inside and start making me some food. And I step off my trailer hitch, and the rest is history. Swelled up like a balloon and
pain meds
to the ER. I broke it.
Oh gosh.
So I wish I had a cooler story.
It sounds worse when I broke my finger off someone's shoulder.
Ugh.
I need to learn to embellish my stories a little more and make it sound cooler. I stepped off a trailer.
I was mountain climbing.
Fought a bear.
I was free climbing.
The only story better is me breaking my finger in middle school, coming into school the next day, Charlie making fun of me, and then breaking his arm the next day. I come in with a cast because I stoved it so bad it broke the growth plate. Charlie goes, "Oh man, well you got to cast all this shit." Comes in the next day, broke full on cast.
Yeah.
That's how I was.
Yeah,
I broke my finger
irony.
Playing school football, and then I came back with a splint on. I had to miss a week of Pee Wee football too. I was pretty sad about it.
This show has more
Pee-wee
combined
football,
breaks than most football teams.
Yeah. I account for 90% of them. What are you talking about?
Fact.
All right. So because there's so little news, I decided to add in a segment here. If you could sponsor a bowl game, where would it be and who would the sponsor be? Because after seeing all the bowl games this year, they're in Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, or Texas, and that's it. And some of them are really weird sponsors like Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl. Didn't know that was a thing, but
I didn't
I'll
know
start us off.
DC sponsored a bowl.
Yeah, I'll start
What
it off.
are
and go,
that we're going through the picks?
We'll go Brandon, Brady, and then Charlie.
Okay.
First.
All right. So I'm going with the Bud Light Missouri Bowl. There are no bowl games north of Tennessee outside the Idaho Potato Bowl, so I decided to go with St. Louis, which still has a indoor stadium, so you're not going to be affected by weather. Budweiser was founded in St. Louis, so perfect fit.
All right. Me and my dad created this one. So Indiana is mostly known for the Indy 500. So we made up the Indy 500 Indiana Bowl. I think that we should go there because Lucas Oil is probably one of the nicest stadiums there is. Indoor,
really
air
is.
conditioned.
It is beautiful.
It is probably the best one out there.
One of the cleanest stadiums I've ever been in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But
all right, so the Indiana
Indy 500 Bowl. Indiana Bowl.
All right, Brandon.
Oh God, you're putting me on the spot here. I don't know.
I thought I'd let you guys know this earlier in the week.
You think I pay attention to
that? All right.
I'm ready for this.
All right,
so,
what you got?
See my boy Aaron Rodgers behind me, so I'll put my new bowl in Green Bay.
Oh.
Keep it good, keep it cool. They're going to be sponsored by Johnsonville. It's going to be the Brat Bowl. There's going to be lots of tailgating.
All right, that's a pretty solid
falling off of trailer hitches.
I don't know if we want to encourage that, but it'll probably happen.
Essentially, just bowl game for like Buffalo, like University of Buffalo, just because you get like Bills Mafia adjacent.
Oh my gosh!
Is it appropriate to play a bowl in Colorado?
Call it
the Mile High Bowl.
No. Yes. Yeah. Totally appropriate because it's legal there.
Yeah.
How about we play one on Rhode Island, see if we can get anywhere.
How about we play one on Jeff Epstein's island? Dude, did you know they're selling that?
No.
I mean, it's still a nice island. It doesn't come with the kids.
Who's gonna buy it?
I mean, it depends on the cost. Here's the if the kids are not attached, there's no legacy. Like there's a legacy, but that's about it. Who knows? Maybe you're getting a real cheap island, man.
I'm in to buy an island.
All right.
I'd buy it, but I probably wouldn't go there.
I'd buy it and then blow it up.
All right, yeah.
Like just sink
Put 9 atomic bombs on it.
That'd like be the ultimate like FU with money. Just buy someone's island and then blow it up.
Just as like a
shove
big
it right in your
finger.
face.
Right.
Boom.
Oh boy.
Charlie, is that your child?
No, that isn't his children.
Hey.
Oh. Hey, we've had dogs, we've had babies, we had just
before you answer.
Where's Oakley at?
Oh, Oakley? Oh, he's right.
Yeah,
here.
we gotta have our favorite member of the team. Just passed
nice.
out.
Oh yeah.
Not as passed out as our mom is.
Big chilling.
Dude, that was such a dig at Tiff.
Yeah.
Dude, you want to come
let's
say
not
hi?
call her out. She is the person that helps pay for this show. But
thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Come say hi. Real quick. Real quick. Do you want to say hi? Come here, Lil.
Don't be shy.
This is Lucy. This is my niece.
Hi, Lucy.
That's Gibby up in the left. Brandon's in the right. And that's Gibby's little brother down in the bottom left. That's Brady.
Yeah, the cutest one.
Whatever.
Whoa.
Self-proclaimed there. All right.
All right, we're good.
All right,
now.
we'll keep this show on track. We'll get right into the picks.
We suck at us on track.
No, we can't keep anything on track.
So first up, we got the Servpo First Responders Bowl. We got the Raging Cajuns versus University of Texas San Antonio. Raging Cajuns are the reason this show exists, and that is something that I wanted to bring up this week. Me and Sacco sent each other some texts, and I picked the Raging Cajuns to win. And I think it was one of the games, like, we picked 4 and got all 4 right. And we're like, hey, let's just make a show since we're so good at this. So Louisiana is the reason this show currently exists. And both these teams excel at getting turnovers, but I don't know. I'm gonna stick with the team that started it all. Gonna take the Raging Cajuns.
All right.
All right. Brady, you're up.
I can't hear Brady.
Brady.
I can't hear Brady either.
Yeah,
he's just talking.
He's just talking.
Gosh.
All right, you're back.
Okay.
All right, Brady, go.
I finished.
We didn't hear you.
We didn't hear a word, man.
Okay, I'm going to pick Louisiana.
Said,
I have no clue who UTSA is, and I think that since Louisiana made it to a conference championship, but it got canceled, it'll play effect.
All right. So, Brandon?
I'm going to take the Raging Cajuns as well. I mean, why not? They practically started this show, and you got to give them their credit and watch them win.
All right. Charlie?
Oh, I'm about them Raging Cajuns, man. Just all about that. So, I mean, I kind of picked them because it's a place I've always wanted to visit. So I'm like, let's show them some love.
All right, yeah. Sadly, if you look up their mascot, it looks like demonic hellspawn.
Oh,
because it's a pepper with a face and a body. It's real creepy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think its name is Cayenne. I'll put a picture up in the show, but yeah, it is not pleasant.
That's great.
Next up, we got the Lending Tree Bowl, Western Kentucky versus Georgia State. Both these teams got blown out by somebody playing in the Malts versus Mormons game we had 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the big factor in this game is definitely what these offenses get done. Georgia State's outscoring Western Kentucky by almost double and has about another 100 yards on offense just on average. So this is going to be a game where they've played less and are still outscoring them, outrunning them, outpassing them. I'm going to take the Georgia State Cougars in a shootout in this one.
All right. I'm going to pick Georgia State also. Honestly, I just flipped the coin and landed on Georgia State, but I think it'll be a close game.
Most of these games could have come down to a coin flip, so.
Yeah.
They really could, and that's the whole point of bowl games, to give you something to watch, give you something to root for. You're always rooting for the underdog. You're always, you love to see it. I think I'm going to go with Western Kentucky here. I mean, they got nothing to lose either. These games, you have players starting to sit out. You have coaches already starting to make moves and sign other places. So I think every game is just going to be a shootout. You really don't know who's going to win these.
Yeah.
Western Kentucky, though.
All right. Taking the big red.
Oh, no.
Taking the big
It's just
red.
a giant red blob. The more we looked into these games, the more I was like, man, some of these mascots are really weird. Because it's just a big red Elmo-looking thing. It's like if Elmo had type 2 diabetes.
That's scary. Well, then,
demonic.
I'm kind of glad I didn't pick them then. I'm rolling with Georgia State. Showing them some love. I mean, after hearing that, I can't pick the other side. The demonic Elmo, I can't support that. I can't be behind that. So.
And since Saka was luckily able to send me his picks before, since he couldn't make it, he did take Louisiana to win that game and took Georgia State to win this one. So yeah, Brandon,
you're the odd man out.
You're always the first odd man out in these.
Hey, sometimes you got to go against the grain to win.
All right.
I don't know, but I might be the first one
See how it plays out for them in the end.
And the last game of today, the FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus Liberty. And folks, we got the flag. I've been rocking with them all season. Grayson McCall looking like a Heisman contender in the next couple years. Rocking with the Chanticleers every week. Let's go, Coastal.
Gibby, who are you picking?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Carolina, baby.
Yeah, it was a little bit muffled. All right, I'm also going to take Coastal. I went with Liberty all year because I believe that they can pull it off, but I don't believe they can pull it off against Coastal, so I'm going Coastal.
I mean, I think you want the fun of the story to continue of Coastal.
I'm not going to talk about how whenever I pick Liberty, they always win, but I'm not picking them this time.
All right.
At least Lil Gibbs not talking about Chuba Hubbard this week.
Okay.
That's our next pick.
Let's not do
Yeah, Brennan, I actually did have that included in my pick.
All right, hey, let's focus on Coastal.
Oh yeah, let's focus on how I'm also.
Yeah, we
picking
get
the Coastal.
distracted.
I know.
Yeah, dude. The
Brady
Coastal,
seems to really
man.
want to pull us off some tangents this week.
We're a kid in a candy store with severe ADHD.
Yeah, but the more I have
This-
to cut out of this, the more longer it takes to get uploaded. So,
Sorry.
Brady,
The
quit
more
taking us on
longer.
such wild tangents.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We're gonna come back to it.
Go
Since Gibby's going
Chanticleers.
against, since Gibby's going against, Coastal, I'm gonna pick Coastal.
I am not going against Coastal.
No,
Do
Gibby
not
picked
try and do
Coastal.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
No.
We all pick Coastal.
Yeah. I think
I know.
everyone's rocking with the Chanticleer
I mean, you see how cool their flag looks behind Gibby? Like,
Oh, half
It
the
really
team's
brings out
rocking
Gibby's
mullets.
complexion. Gibby, you look a
brings
little more
out-
tan.
Yeah, that teal brings out my natural.
brings out the
melanin.
ginger.
Yeah. All the melanin that resides in my body.
Come on.
All
The
two.
0.1%.
Yeah. All right, Charlie taking Coastal.
Oh yeah, dude. You want to see that story continue? You can't let it die now.
All right, and that's all the games we have playing today. There are a couple NFL games on as well, but yeah, that's the only college games. The rest of them are going to just be throughout this week. And starting it off is the Cheez-It Bowl, Oklahoma State versus the U. Both these teams have had their ups and their downs. Super dynamic offenses, but what we did see in Miami's last game is they cannot stop the run. So for the last time, this is going to be Chuba Hubbard's big game. We said it every week and it doesn't happen, but you're now playing a team that just lets the run go.
He's not even playing.
He's not even
He's
playing.
not even playing.
Not even
bro.
playing. Come on. The one
No,
time I'm
so
going to
they-
trust him.
He's done for the rest of the season.
All right. Yeah, he's going in the
Oh.
NFL. So good luck to him there. But
Good luck, Chuba
yeah, we're
Hubbard.
definitely going to see Oklahoma State get a lot of running in this game. I'm going to take the Cowboys getting this one.
All right. This is my upset of the week. I'm taking Miami. Because I think Miami just looks better. So go Miami, go you.
And like we said before, really you can pick either team in any of these bowl games except probably the Final Four, and it's a flip of a coin. I'm going to go Oklahoma State here. I just flip of the coin pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, flip of the coin kind of, but I think Miami's a weird place. Never really liked Miami, so Oklahoma State can have my love.
All right. And we did have Sacco also take Miami. So, Brady, you're not alone on it. All right.
Yeah,
Next
Sacco.
up. Yeah. Next up, we got the Valero Alamo Bowl, Texas versus Colorado. This is another situation where it comes down to who just has the better offense. And I think Sam Eilicher has really just pulled this Longhorn offense into a decent bowl game and a ranking. And I think he really just wants another notch in the belt before he goes to the NFL. But, yeah, this is a game where I think experience is going to be the thing that gives you the bigger edge. So I'm going to take Texas winning this.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Texas. I think that they have an 80% chance to win. I think Sam Elinker looks pretty good this year.
Yeah, I'd love to go against Texas, but I don't know how you go against Texas in this game. So I'm going to go with Longhorns, sadly. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I can tell you how you can go against Texas in this game because I think Colorado is going to come out and shock us all because
All
they're
right.
ahead of the curve.
All right.
Where's this game being played at? Do you know?
I did not get an update on that.
I didn't look at that, yeah.
I believe it was one of the ones that's getting played in AT&T because they are just renting that place out for bowl game season right now.
Like,
Right.
business.
Yeah, like I can't remember how many I saw are being played there, but it is an excessive amount.
Yeah.
At the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Yeah, Texas is almost hosting all of them, especially in
Texas
that area.
is hosting a
'Cause
lot, bro.
New Mexico and Arizona aren't allowing any fans,
Yeah.
even
Yep.
family. So
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, what was it? There was a game yesterday they actually played where FC Dallas is. So they played on a soccer field.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was
That was
Miami,
the
Houston,
Hawaii-
Houston,
Hawaii.
Hawaii was
Yes.
one. Yeah, played
That's
it.
kind of cool.
So yeah, they obviously found a way to utilize as much of Texas as they could since they're not shutting anything down. But so Charlie, you're going with Saco and taking Colorado.
Oh, heck yeah, bro.
Next up, we got the Duke's Mayo Bowl. This is the one I was talking about. I don't know Duke's made
Duke's
mayonnaise
Mayo.
or anything, but we got Wake Forest versus Wisconsin. We all had such high expectations on this show for Wisconsin, and they just kind of be stuck in a funk with COVID canceling games and everything like that. But Graham Mertz definitely has a high ceiling, and we're going to see him accomplish a lot in the coming years. But this game definitely is going to be won with the Wisconsin defense. Just 260 yards and 15 points a game is an amazing stat, especially whenever you are in a Power 5 where you do have tougher competition. But I'm going to give them the edge in this and have the Badgers winning it.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Wisconsin. I think that they'll be way too much for Wake Forest to handle.
All right.
You're not kidding. A Wisconsin team with a lot of high hopes this year, and the Big Ten, and then COVID hit, and then they just could not get rolling. They couldn't get out of that starting block, and it's been an ugly year for Wisconsin. And so you're hoping that they can jump back next year to really step it up and bring the Big Ten back. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin here. I don't see how Wake Forest can win it.
Yeah,
and our person that is his whole family's from Wisconsin. Let's see.
Yeah.
Which way could you possibly go?
I gotta keep Badger love going. I can't turn my back on them like that. That's the only time I root against Wisconsin is when they play Ohio State. That's it.
All right. We're gonna send that clip to your parents. All right. Next up, we got
guys,
TransPerfect Music City Bowl. We got Iowa versus Mizzou. Iowa defense is not to be messed with. 313 yards allowed on average. 16 turnovers in 8 games is very much an impressive stat to see. Iowa should be able to pull out a win this game, having to play a quarterback that is almost dealing with a 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. So whenever you're having a strong defense and a very iffy quarterback up against it, it's tough to bet against them. I'm going to take Iowa. I'm going to take the Iowa Hawkeyes winning this one.
They're made for turnovers today. That game.
I'm also going to take Iowa. I think that they're just the better team in this one, so go Iowa.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know how you go against Iowa here. Your best offense is a good defense. If your defense can get the ball back for your offense and stay off the field as much as possible, that's going to win you games. When your defense has played that well with that many turnovers, it's hard to go against a team like that, especially when your opposition is known for giving up the ball a lot. So I'm going to go Iowa.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Brandon and you guys have just said. Like, defense, best offense, if they can't score, they can't win. So if you can get the ball away from their offense back into the hands of yours, that percentage of your chance of winning just goes back up. So I'm going to have to take Iowa in this.
Yeah, and we did also have John taking Iowa. So next up, we got
we could all look stupid.
We could all look really, really bad, bro.
Yeah, we are either split or like just everyone's like, yeah, 100%. Yeah, they could only go one way. But that's what happens with bowl games. Anything can happen, really. But next up, we got the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. I didn't realize this one's going to be in the middle of the week. I always assumed this one was a New Year's Eve game. But we got Florida versus Oklahoma.
They changed.
Yeah. Florida just went toe-to-toe with the number 1 team in the country, I think both offensive and defensively. And that said something. Oklahoma has had a very iffy season. And has their spot with 2 losses in a Big Ten championship, which isn't great or even as good as what it's been in years past. So it's one of those ones I think Trask is going to try and make one more statement win before they finalize the Heisman votes. And this is one I think it's almost an easy pick. Oklahoma's had some bad losses and an iffy win in the Big Ten championship. Florida just went toe-to-toe with Alabama. I'm going to take the Gators to win in this.
Yeah, like you said, whenever I saw Florida go toe-to-toe against Alabama, that kind of affected my pick. So I'm going with Florida. Also, you really seen how Spencer Rattler's been playing. Like, I was against him in the start of the season, but now I think he's playing pretty good. So I hope we have a pretty good NFL transfer through the years.
All right.
But I'm going with Florida.
This is a Florida team that's really got something to prove. They want to prove that they should have been in that top 4, 5, and really should be competing for a national championship. especially when you're going toe-to-toe with the powerhouse of Alabama who just doesn't lose. They got something to prove now. So I'm going to go Florida here. They got that chip on the shoulder. They're going to come out and show out for what they thought they deserved. Make the committee second guess maybe who they picked to make that Final Four.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm going to be real honest on this one. I actually did flip a coin and decided that I was picking Florida. So I'm going to Florida.
All right, looks to get paid off. And
I guess, man.
We do have one man out. Sacco does think Oklahoma is going to be the winner in that game.
Oh, Sacco.
And
that's going to be a good game to watch.
Yeah. All right, next up we got the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, which oddly enough does not have Army, Navy, Air Force in it, despite being the Armed Forces Bowl. We got Tulsa versus Mississippi State. Tulsa is just the all-around better team here, better offense, better defense, getting more turnovers on defense, more yards on offense, more touch. Like, every sense of this team is better. You could say it's going to the Golden Hurricanes. Keep it short, keep it simple. Tulsa's just a better team here.
Yeah, I'm also going with Tulsa. I think Mississippi State won't be able to do anything on offense because of Tulsa's strong defense, so I'm going to take Tulsa.
I don't know how you go against Tulsa. They are leading in every statistical category for this game. I just don't see how you go against them. So I'm going to take Tulsa as well. Probably a big win too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, keep it short. Tulsa, you can't go against them. They just got that track record, and any smart bet would pick this. Pick Tulsa over it.
Yeah, I think any smart bettor is going, take Tulsa by however much you need to. It's not going to be a good game for –
Hammer the over.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Pound that over. All right,
pound it over.
So next up, we got the Arizona Bowl, which is not being played in Arizona because they
of course
have games. We got Ball State versus San Jose State. Both of these teams did win their conference championship, but I do think probably got the short end having to play each other. And this is what we thought was going to happen with Coastal and Cincinnati, where sure you were doing really good and you won your conference, but the best you're going to get is just another group of 5 team. But both of these offenses have looked very good in a shortened season. But I got to take San Jose State here solely off of them having a better defense compared to Ball State. Both teams are averaging 1 turnover a game, but San Jose State has been able to stop teams from marching downfield more. I'm going to take the Spartans winning this. I know Percy will be upset with me betting against Ball State, but I got to go with San Jose State.
Just wanted to say, sorry, Percy, but I'm going to take San Jose State. I just don't think a MAC team will do good against the San Jose team, so I'm taking San Jose.
See, that's what I was also thinking too. You're playing in the MAC. It is just so weak, and to be able to come out, play a West Coast team like San Jose State, they play some real decent competition in their league, and I just don't see how you pick a MAC team here. Do I want to see a MAC team win? Absolutely. Do I think they're going to win? No. I'm going to go San Jose State.
All right.
Yeah, you really wanna see a MAC team do good. You hope for it, but when you look at it, how's it gonna happen? They're gonna come out here against a team who's played tough opponents, who's had practice in that grind, been in the grit. Like, it comes down to they've had more experience than San Jose State. I'm taking them.
All right. Yeah, and that was another one. Sacco also took San Jose State. And next up, we got the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, West Virginia versus Army. Both of these teams have had just an amazing defense. And for Miami, we have a good defense, says even more for the Big 12. It'll be tough for either offense to get any sort of traction going in this game. I do think, much like a lot of Army's other games, this game is barely going to break double digits. But I do think West Virginia has the second best defense Army has played, only behind Cincinnati. And that's going to stop them from getting any points. So I'm going to trust the Mountaineers to get the win this week. Q Country Roads.
Q Country Roads.
Yeah, play the song.
I ain't playing
I'm going to take West Virginia. I just don't think Army has what it takes to beat the Mountaineers. So go Mountaineers.
All right.
I completely agree. I don't see how Army has a chance in this one. I think West Virginia, again, another team to prove themselves and really show out. So I'm going to take West Virginia here. And again, like I said over and over again, is that these bowl games are just flips of a coin. I mean, they go either way. Maybe a guy sits out because he's got, NFL prospects and everything. And all of a sudden that's a game changer. So it's a flip of a coin. Maybe a guy sits out. Maybe there's an injury. You just never know. So, but we'll take the Mountaineers here.
All right.
I'm going to give some love to the Army here. They're going to Bravo 6 going dark this and just knock them out.
All right. And we also have Saco taking Army in this game. So, Charlie, you're not going to be the only one.
Saco, feel me.
Yeah. All right. And next up, we got the Mercari Texas Bowl, Arkansas versus TCU. This game is a lot like that Tulsa, Mississippi State game where one team just looks just so better in every category, just looks
head
better.
And shoulders.
And that is TCU, just looks better. They've had, I think, more competitive games where they've hung in with a lot harder opponents. I'm going to take the Horned Frogs here.
Wait, their mascot's the Horned Frogs.
Yes, it is.
TCU Horned Frogs.
Oh, my
gosh.
And Arkansas is the Razorbacks.
What are the Horned Frogs?
Razorbacks versus Horned Frogs. All right, well, I'm going to take the Horned Frogs. Since they're a Big 12 team, they're just going to score. So I'm going to take TCU.
All right.
Now, Brady, was that a reference to the fact that they don't play defense?
Oh, I don't know.
Partially, probably.
Partially, probably not. I don't know. Me and my dad did these picks, so he just said Big 12 team score. So
Big 12 teams do score, but also
it's also they're scoring because nobody's playing defense on the other side of the ball.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But yeah, all right. Brandon's frozen up again.
Arkansas.
No, he's back.
It could win me. It could make me lose. I'm here. I think.
All right.
I'm going to take Arkansas.
All right.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Bold move.
Might be the upset of the week. We'll see.
All right, Charlie.
I'm gonna stick with the Horned Frogs. I didn't know their mascot was the Horned Frogs, but I just think that's cool. I was gonna pick them anyways because they just looked better. But go Horned Frogs, bro.
All right, and we are now at our New Year's 6 games. We got the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, Georgia versus Cincinnati. Sadly, we don't have Saco here to be going off on his rant about Cincinnati, so I guess I'll have to do it for him. Somehow Cincinnati is an underdog by 7 points. Even though everyone is taking them, they still are listed as a 7-point underdog.
What?
They're the more athletic team here. I think that they got shafted in their placement in the college football rankings. I think this is a game where you're going to go out. You are going to do everything to prove to that committee they were wrong. They're idiots, and they need to start looking the group of 5 more. Cincy is going to try and see how many points they can put up in a 60-minute span. They are a very athletic team. I think defensively what their goal is right now is get turnovers, get the ball back, let the offense just kind of rush it as little as they can or little as they have to. I'm going to take the Bearcats.
Yeah, you said everything I was going to say, but yeah, go Cincinnati. I think that this would be a game to show the committee that they should have been top 4 over Notre Dame. So.
Yep. Brandon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just kind of looking up some stuff, so I'm on my phone, so I can't be,
all right, all good.
But just looking at a few of the predictors here. One, ESPN's FPI has Georgia at a 70% chance to win this.
Wow.
I just don't see how that's possible.
Yeah,
it's an SEC team, but wow. And if you're Cincinnati, just fuel the fire.
Yeah, how about oddly enough, spread consensus is Cincy -7, but according to Vegas, it's Cincy +7.
Cincy +7. That's the spread right now. The money line's 220 and the over-under is 50 combined. I'm hammering the over here. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Offense has played great, for both teams, but I think Cincinnati has more to prove here and a better chance to win.
Yeah, I agree. Since he definitely should have been looked at harder, I think they kind of got shafted. There's no other better term for it. They got shafted in their pick, and they're going to come out with a fire in their guts to prove that they should have been looked at harder. So they're going to just come out with that W and show everyone that, hey, y'all were wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the big thing. That's going to be the big game to watch, I think, is that noon game on New Year's Day. Yeah, there are bigger games that have bigger implications, but I think everyone's going to want to see what Cincy can do. All right, but next up we got the Verbo Citrus Bowl, Auburn versus Northwestern. Auburn will be playing with an interim head coach that is only having this job for a game, which isn't great. Yeah, essentially, it's still probably an offense coordinator, defense coordinator. I was not able to find it. But yeah, you fire your head coach after a win, and then you get a bowl game. Here's the thing. I don't think your interim head coach is really going to care. He's only in it to try and get that head coaching job, and you know that they're already looking other places already. And I think after what we saw Northwestern do to Ohio State in that Big Ten championship, it's tough to take any offense against them. They maybe last second had that moment of weakness against Ohio State and Trey Sermon, but that game was supposed to be a blowout and it wasn't. So I'm going to take Northwestern winning this.
Yeah, I'm also going to take Northwestern. I think if they come out and play like they did against Ohio State, I think that they'll come out with the win.
So how does this happen? So ESPN has a spread, or FPI, at Auburn with a 60% chance to win, right?
Yeah.
Vegas has the money line up, or I'm sorry, the spread at a 3.5-point favorite for Northwestern.
Huh. Well, I mean, again, it's Vegas. Just kind of they can think one way, but there's fans thinking the other way. Or
absolutely. I mean, I think Northwestern really was battle tested against Ohio State. Ohio State obviously came out on top. I don't see how Auburn really has the firepower to win this. And if you're Northwestern, you're really trying to show out for the Big Ten. It's hard for me to vote against a Big Ten team, so I'm going Northwestern.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the rest of the group so far. It looks like picking Northwestern. I mean, they came out against Ohio State, and sure, they didn't come out on top, but they showed out. That game was supposed to be a blowout, and they proved almost everyone wrong and hung in there. And if you're Auburn, I don't think you can come out there and compete with that at this point.
Yeah, Sacco outside Northwestern. One more comment. Yeah, you just lost your head coach. You're definitely going to be coming into this game a little flat-footed, kind of, well, we don't have a head coach. Everyone's going to expect us to lose. There's no incentive to win. This is just kind of an bowl game. So I think they're going to come out this game flat-footed, a lot like Ohio State did. But I don't think they don't have the same quality offense Ohio State does to try and dig themselves out of a hole like that.
Yeah.
But on to our big games now. We got the All-State Sugar Bowl coming on. OSU versus Clemson. Brendan, you're going to hate me for this, and I love OSU. After that Big Ten championship, it's tough for me to take Ohio State to win this. I don't think they could beat Clemson. After last year's loss, I think Ohio State definitely has a fire in this and has that revenge game on their mind. They're hungry to prove that Clemson got lucky last year off of some bad calls. But I think what that's going to end up having happen is you're going to see some early mistakes, some guys jumping off sides, some PIs because they're playing a little too aggressive. These simple mistakes going to start adding up. You're going to make Trevor Lawrence's job even easier with getting downfield on defense. But I think that they're going to struggle. It's going to be close, but I do think that Clemson wins it.
All right, I'm taking Ohio State. Can't ever go against them, but if Justin Fields plays like he did last year against Clemson, they're going to get the win. No doubt about it. Sean Wade, it wasn't a roughing the passer call. But we know we have a weak defense, but I'm pretty sure our defense will come out ready to play and stop Trevor Lawrence. So, go Buckeyes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I don't want to go against the Buckeyes here. They're a 7.5-point current underdog. Now, you got to remember, though, that they had a little over 4 weeks off before the Big Ten championship game. So I think that plays a big role in it. They are also down about 20 players when they went and played Northwestern. So definitely big factors in that. And I think another, week and a half off doesn't help. But I think Ohio State's ready to roll, ready for their revenge game. I'm going to go Buckeyes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it would be almost like a sin for me to not root for Ohio State in this one. I feel like I would be shunned from my family in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, they want to get some payback, man. Clemson kind of handed it to them last year, and I think they're ready to come back and prove that shouldn't have happened. And they deserved and earned their spot. So go Buckeyes.
All right, I guess I'm going to be the odd man out. And, man, you're really making me feel bad about this. I've loved Ohio State. Sacco also took OSU.
Okay.
I'm the odd man out on this one. I don't know. It's just we're playing less games.
Yeah, I get it.
We've played a little too flat-footed in too many games, and this is
Exactly.
one game you got to come out hot. And I just don't think we got it this year. I think we were lucky to have our spot in the playoffs, based off just how many games we've played. But next up, our last game is the Capital One Rose Bowl. We got Alabama versus Notre Dame. Last week, we learned two things. Bama's going to put points up on everybody, and Notre Dame struggles against a good team. This game has a 19-point spread for a reason, and Bama's going to hit that for sure. You got two guys that are Heisman finalists, a third that was in the top 5 for the talks. This game is really going to show, is Ian Book NFL ready, or is he all talk, and he's going to end up being one of those guys that becomes a career backup. He said that last week was a fluke and that it won't happen again. But I don't know. I see it happening again. I think Bama is really going to pedal down on him, and just one of these situations where it's going to be how many points can they put up against Notre Dame. So I'm gonna go with the Crimson Tide.
Yep, I'm also going with Alabama. I think they're just going to kill Notre Dame, and they're going to show the committee that Cincy should have been over Notre Dame. It's a known fact. Cincy's the better team over Notre Dame. If you have are they one loss? Pretty sure, yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
one
loss team against a 9-0, 10-0 Cincy. Cincy should definitely be in the top 4. So I'll go in Alabama.
All
Plain
right.
example.
All right. Well, I'm a big Notre Dame fan as well, and they're going up against an obvious powerhouse in Alabama. I would love to see Notre Dame win. How they win, I don't know.
All right.
So I'm going to go Notre Dame here. We'll see.
All right.
It could
You're
be
taking
just
a real bold
an
move on it.
obvious bad decision to pick them, but who knows? If they win, then I really got some talking points, and
Oh yeah, you'll make us all look like fools.
right.
I mean, I'm gonna join you on this bold move and see how it plays out and hang with some Notre Dame action. I can never root for Alabama. I just hate Alabama.
All right.
Looks like you guys aren't going for the picks.
Yeah. All right.
I'm doing too good in our fantasy league to care about the picks.
Yeah. All right. Also, one last point. This Sunday we have the face-off of me versus Charlie for our fantasy football championship. If Charlie happens to win, I have to send him the WW belt all the way down to Virginia Beach. But that ain't gonna happen, so it's gonna be staying planted right on my shoulder for another year.
Oh, Gibby. You talk too soon.
Oh, I know, man. It's gonna happen.
We'll see.
Back-to-back shifts right here.
How many points do you have
luxury
right now?
cruisers right now.
Ew,
Neither of
me?
us had anyone play
Like
yet.
my
so.
projected,
Yeah.
like 190.
How many does he have?
I think mine's 186.
Go Charlie.
But also I have Donovan Peoples-Jones, who is always underranked because they don't count punt and kick return yards as much as they should.
Excuses.
I got this.
Excuses, Gibby.
Charlie's dust.
Josh.
Charlie's dust.
You saw
I like how
Josh
Charlie
talked about
just
the
sits
punter
there.
points.
Charlie is quiet and humble, and Gibby just talks crap. So when Gibby loses, we're all going to be laughing at you. Just so you know.
Ain't gonna happen.
Charlie, I'm pulling for you.
Go Charlie.
We'll see, man.
All right. Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. Remember, if you're watching this, give us a like, a comment, follow, share it with people on your Facebook. It really helps us out. It grows our brand. And we appreciate everything everyone does that tunes into this every week. Hopefully, I can say in the next year, we actually have some big plans. I'll be hosting my own podcast at some point next year in 2021. Brady also has plans to be starting his own. They'll both be on the Power 10 channel. I believe our friend Sacco, who can't join us this week, wants to have something much like Around the Horn. and we're just going to try and branch out and add so much more content for you guys in 2021. Everything is so appreciated, and I believe that is all we have. We're also, since the show is nearing the end of college football, we're going to be transferring to the NFL. If you want to post to our Twitter or leave comments on YouTube on what you think we should talk about after the Super Bowl is done, go ahead and do that. We'll check it out. We'll try and come up with the best show we can. But yeah, thank you for tuning in.